Hello, and welcome to the Zayed University Registration Guide brought to you by the Department of Advising and Academic Development. This tutorial will walk you through the process of planning your courses and registering for your next semester. The first step you will need to take is to meet with your advisor. Your advisor will tell you which courses you'll need to take, and they will give you your ALT PIN, which is a code you need to complete your registration. After you have met with your advisor, and before the registration period begins, you can start planning your schedule. You will first need to log in to Banner. To get there, you can go to the ZU homepage and click on Student Login. From the Student Login page, you will see a link that says Banner Web. Click on that. This is the homepage for Banner Self-Service. To look up the class schedule before the registration period begins, you can click on Class Schedule. This page will ask you to select a term. In order to choose a term, you can use the drop-down menu to select the term for which you are trying to register. Once you have selected the term, press Submit. The class schedule search allows you to set the parameters for the courses that you're searching. For example, if your advisor has told you that you need to register for Call 110, you can search for the subject colloquy. You can write in the number 110, and you can choose the correct campus. You don't want to register in the wrong one. Once you've selected those 3 items, then you can press Class Search. The results of your search will be found here. You will find all the sections of the particular course you are looking for listed. You will also find important information such as the time that the class meets and the days that it meets. TRU means Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and MW means Monday, Wednesday. You can also find the room that it is expected to be held in and the instructor who will be teaching it. If it says TBA under instructor, then that means that it is to be announced and the class has not yet been assigned to a particular faculty. Another important information that you can find here is the section number and the CRN. The CRN is the 5-digit code. In this example, it's 21700. You can use the CRN for a quick and easy registration later on, so please make note of the CRNs for the courses that you want to take. After you have planned your schedule, you must wait for the assigned date that your registration will open. When that date comes, you will need your ALT PIN, the CRNs for the courses that you want to take, and the list of classes that you need. On your registration date, you will need to go back to the Banner Self-Service homepage, and this time you are going to click on Enter Secure Area. The next page will ask you to put in your student ID and your password. Once you have done that, you can click on Login. From here, you will need to click on Student and Financial Aid. On this page, you will click Registration. Now comes the part you've been waiting for. Click on Add or Drop Classes. Choose the semester that you're registering for and press Submit. At this point, you will be prompted to put in your alternate PIN, which your advisor has given you. Once you've done that, press Submit. This will take you to the Add Classes worksheet. This is where you can see the classes for which you're already registered, and you can add or drop further classes. There are 2 main ways of registering for classes. You can either do it by using CRNs or by using the class search function. The first way to register is by using CRNs. This is the fastest and easiest way to get your registration done. When you were designing your course schedule and looking up the classes that were available, I advised you to write down the 5-digit CRN for your preferred classes. At this stage, you will use one box for each CRN. For example, the Call 110 class that we chose had the CRN 21700, so I would write that into one of the boxes here. You would continue with each other class, for example, maybe Call 120, Call 130, Call 140, and Call 150. Once you've put in all of those CRNs, you'll click on Submit Changes. Once you've done that, you will see your current schedule, and it will list all of the classes for which you successfully registered. The second method of registration is to use the class search function. This is especially useful if a lot of the classes are already full and you want to see which sections still have spaces. Once again, you'll need to select the subject, put in the course number, and select your campus. Once that has been done, you'll press Class Search. Here you will find listed all of the sections of the course you are searching for. You will find many things listed, such as the CRN, the course number, and the section number. You will see the days of the week that the class meets, as well as the time that they meet, and you will see the instructor. Here in the middle, you will also find the capacity. That means the number of students that are allowed in the class and how many students are actually registered. This will let you know if there is space or not. Also on this side on the left, you will find a checkbox. If the checkbox is open, as this one is, then it means that there is space in the class. If there is a C here, then it means it's already closed or it's full. Once you've gone through the list and seen what's available, you should check the box for the class that you've decided to take, and then you'll also need to click Register. If all goes well, you will find it under your schedule as successfully registered. Now that you know the basics of how to register for a course, it's also important for you to know how to drop classes and how to swap classes. Imagine if you had registered for this Call 120 class by accident. You would need some way to take it off your schedule. We call this dropping the class. To drop a class, you would select the Action button and choose Drop Delete. Once you've done that, you'll need to click Submit. Once you've done that, you should notice that the class has been removed from your schedule. Sometimes you may not want to drop a class entirely, but you may want to switch it for another section of the same course. We call this swapping a class. To do that, you would go from your current schedule and click on Class Search. As before, you'll choose the subject, the course number, and the campus, and then you'll click on Class Search. This again will bring up the list of all of the sections of that course. You will find a blank space next to the course that you have already selected and are currently registered in. You will need to check the box for the section that you want to switch into. Once you've done that, you'll need to click on Add to Worksheet. This will reserve your spot in the new course. Now you're back at the Add or Drop Classes sheet. You will see that the CRN of the class that you want to add has already been put into the box for you. This indicates that that seat has been reserved for you. What you'll need to do now is go to the Actions and click on Drop Delete. From there, you'll need to click Submit Changes. This will drop the one class for you and add the other. Sometimes when you try to register for classes, you will receive a registration error. There are many different types of registration errors, but they all indicate that you have not been registered successfully in the class that you chose. I will now show you some of the common registration errors and explain what they mean. If you get a registration error, it will show here the reason. In this case, it's a closed section. This means that the section that you've chosen is either full or is not open to registration. If you get the registration error, duplicate course, it will show you here that you are already registered in Call 120 and you are trying to register in another section of Call 120. The system will not let you register in two different sections of the same course at the same time. If you get a prerequisite required, ineligible to register registration error, this means that you are trying to register in a course that is too advanced for your level, and you need to take other classes first before you can take that other course. In this example, I've tried to register for Call 240, but first I would need to take Call 140 and Call 145. If you get a prerequisite error, please speak to your advisor. A campus restriction error means that you've tried to register into the wrong campus. Either you've tried to register in a campus in the wrong city or for the wrong gender. The last common registration error is the time conflict error. If you get this, it means that you have tried to register for two classes that are held on the same day at the same time. In this example, the Call 120 class and the Call 130 class are both held on Monday, Wednesday at 3:30. Naturally, you can't be in two places at the same time. This concludes the tutorial, and I hope you found it helpful. If you have any further questions, feel free to contact your advisor. Good luck!